What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. We're going to try some of this Alchemy. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. That's right, Alchemy Outlaws of Thunder Junction is already on MTG Arena, which is kind of crazy because we're going to get Modern Horizons 3 on Arena in about a month. So even though Outlaws has felt like it just came out, which it has, they've already given us the Alchemy version, and then we're already going to have another format or another set out in about a month. So anyways, as with all Alchemy drafts, it's taking the base format and effectively adding high power cards to it. We happen to have opened one of the weaker Alchemy cards, though. This is just a mana artifact that can get you some value later on. We're going to first pick this Colossal Rattleworm. Though usually the rule of law is if you see an Alchemy card, you probably take an Alchemy card. Again, that is not the case for the one that we opened, but we opened a good one. So no loss there. Now, I'm still in the mode of forcing 5-color. I know with yesterday's draft video, we had some unfortunate, well, if you didn't watch that video, spoilers, in the final round, I went against Highway Brawler, Bonnie, Terror of the Peaks, Calamity. That was one game, and they resolved them all. So, yeah, you can guess how that game went for me. But anyways, there are tiers. Like I said, I think bombs are the high tier, and then you have fixing removal as tier 2. So I'm going to actually go ahead and just take this second pick, Creosote Heath, after the Colossal Rattleworm. Again, I'm trying to force soft force anyways, like 5-color. So there are a bunch of other good cards here. Even Hell to Pay is a really nice one, right? Kill a creature and get a bunch of treasure for 5-color fixing, but I think the desert here is a little bit better of a choice. Okay, Grave Expectations. Here's one of those Alchemy cards. I will say for this format, I've only done one Alchemy draft, but there are, I guess they've toned down the Alchemy a little bit. There are not as many bomby cards, though they're still usually pretty good. So Heist. Heist is a new thing. You look at 3 random non-land cards from your opponent's library, and you get to exile one of them, and you can cast that. The other 2 stay in the opponent's deck. So it's a cool little ability that you're always going to get some value because you always hit a non-land spell. But in any case, Fortune in the pack. It's not a bad one. Wouldn't call Fortune a bomb. We could just third pick this Abraded Bluffs now, which I think I'm going to do over some removal spells. Paladin also quite good. Here's another Alchemy card. Yeah, so like I said, they've kind of toned them down a little bit, though the Alchemy cards are still individually very good. 2/1 Menace for 2. Whenever it deals non-combat damage to a player, a random non-land card in that player's hand perpetually gains when you cast this spell, lose 2 life. So a nice aggressive red card. I've actually, the one Alchemy draft I did, I've seen already the majority of the Alchemy cards that we've seen in this draft. I'm just going to take a Jagged Barons. This is a fantastic start. Keep the good stuff rolling. Okay, so we don't have a bomb, we don't have fixing, so removal is the next price point, and Fierce Retribution's totally fine in that regard. Bomb, fixing. There's fixing, Festering Gulch. Rise of the Varmints is decent, Snakeskin's always great, Wrangler, Avarice. This town ain't big enough. No, this is a really nice start here for us. Okay, no fixing, no removal really. Not hard removal anyways. So now we're probably just going to take a value card of some variety. I don't mind just getting one Snakeskin Veil early. If we're playing green, which we want to be somewhat base green for the 5-color deck, then Veil is always good. Entertainer's just a safe 2-drop though. And it's a good 2-drop. I can probably pick up a Snakeskin Veil later. I will regret it if I don't, but it seems fine enough choice at this point in time. And Cactarantula, that's great. That's pretty close to a bomb. I mean, obviously not really a bomb, but on the tier pick order, can't go wrong with that, especially with how many deserts I've already taken. Ride Down is removal, but this doesn't count as removal for the 5-color deck, right? The 5-color deck is going to be more control-y. I'll take the green card here, because we're not going to play any of these cards, really. But I don't think Drover Grizzly is generally what you want. Tumbleweed Rising, however, is not terrible. Same thing with Outlaw Medic. The nice thing about the Rising is, um, you know, you get to plot it early on, and then later in the game, you can get the immediate value out of it. Boombox is bad removal, but I don't think it's necessarily unplayable. Hoping to always have this Rattleworm with haste. Or not haste, flash. Ankle Biter. I'm not big on this card, but it does its job. Otherwise, we could take Wolverine for the card draw effect. That might be better than Ankle Biter. Yeah, let's take the Wolverine. Gold Rush and a Tomb Trawler. Gold Rush does give a treasure, but I think Tomb Trawler was more likely to be played. Wow, Rise of the Varmint's very late. Okay, pack 2. Bristly Bill. Holy smokes, what is this one? Okay, so this is the Alchemy card. Grixis and 1 Flash. ETB. Heist target opponent's library twice. That is cool. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That card is awesome. Man, if we didn't open a freaking Bristly Bill, I would definitely take this. It's a 4-mana draw 2, but yeah. It's a 4-mana draw 2 cards from your opponent's deck, spells, and it's also a drain. That's really sweet. Losing out on Eroded Canyon here. I mean, Bristly Bill's just too good. Great Train Heist is pretty fantastic. Oh, here's... Okay, God, this is another insane one. I had this in my One Alchemy draft earlier on stream. 4/4 haste for 4. Whenever it attacks, no matter what, it deals 1 damage to any target. If it was saddled in addition, and a creature is pinged this way, that creature can perpetually no longer block, and damage isn't removed from it. So it is... Yeah, this is a pseudo bomb. It's an uncommon bomb, really. Like, even if you never mounted this card, 4/4 haste that pings when it attacks would be pretty freaking good. We could very easily just turn into like a really nice red-green aggro deck where the Drover Grizzly would get more value. Only issue with that is that, well, then I'm not doing the fun 5-color like I wanted to do. Alright, Alchemy card is a Silent Extraction counter. It is not very good. One of the weakest of the Alchemy cards I've seen. So it's a hard to cast Miscalculation, and then if you have Threshold, you can seek a creature. So think about it though, by the time you have Threshold, it's going to be a lot easier for your opponent to pay too. I think I'll just take the Desert's Dew here. Alright, another Grave Expectations as the Alchemy card. Alright, I mean, the rule of thumb that I was talking about, that if you see an Alchemy card, you usually should take it, I guess is not as much true in this format. We'll just take Buried in the Garden. We can consider going back into the 5-color fun stuff. Forsaken Flats looks decent here. But yeah, heavy base green, it looks like. A little bit concerned about the double red on the Switchgrass Grazer at this point, though. Let's see. Ariet's Lullaby for removal. 2-mana 3/3 is not terrible. Oasis Gardener can do some work in this deck, of course. I actually like the Mobile Homestead a lot, too. Especially with a bunch of deserts. I'm going to try taking the Mobile Homestead. Let's take the Paladin this time over Savage Smash. I passed a couple of them in pack 1, and this is just a nice stabilized card. And a good win con, honestly. Poor Decimate. Remember, and we bring this up a lot of the time, every time we see this, basically, you have to have the targets. There has to be an artifact, creature, enchantment, and land. So getting the artifact and creature on the battlefield is a little bit hard. We can just take another Wolverine, though I'm not sure I'll run him. Colic Ranch, I have one mount currently. Don't really want Ankle Biter. I don't really want Gold Pan. But I guess if I need a playable, then the Ankle Biter's fine. Okay, wheeling the Possum is fantastic. This card is really good. So a Gardener and a Sentry. I like Tornado more than Deputy. I think Deputy's pretty weak. Decisive Denial, or do we just take the 2-drop? Probably just the 2-drop. I came back. Okay. The thing about the 5-color deck is it usually wants to be more control-y, right? So things like the Peddler and whatnot, I don't really think fit into this deck very well. Thieving Aven. It is a 3-mana 1/4. When it deals combat damage to a player, heist their library. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, put a 1/1 counter on it. Wow, that card is really cool. That card is exceptionally cool. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you heist their library. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a play on Thieving Magpie. Let's take it. What am I losing out on? Wily Duke, which would not be that good in our deck, but would be okay. I have a few ways to utilize. Mirage Mesa and a Tumbleweeds. I want to try that card for sure on this flash. Another Fortune. This pack is incredible. Fortune, Archive Trap, Stitcher, Sharpshooter, Armadillo, Bluffs, Throw from the Saddle, Tether. Good news is Armadillo is basically a bomb and a fixer, so overlaps on how badly we want to take it. And let's take this Oasis now after getting that Thieving Haven. Nice. Let's see. Naturally. Oh, here's another Alchemy card. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. If excess damage was dealt to a creature this way, its controller discards a card with the greatest mana value among cards in their hand. That's not bad. It's a nice punch. Guessing I'm going to end up cutting these white removal spells, but probably keep the Buried in the Garden. I don't know. I probably should just take Conduit Pylons here or Canyon. Let's just take the Pylon. Impetuous Lootmonger. This is the nice one. Unlike that other 2-drop red alchemy card we saw, this one, when it enters the battlefield, you can discard, or you have to discard a card. Then you heist target opponent's library, and you get treasures whenever you cast a spell you don't own. So if you play this when you have no cards in your hand, you don't actually have to get the downside of discarding a card. How good is Lockpicker in our deck? I don't have that many good instants. Yeah, we'll take the Lootmonger here. Nice. Another one. Solitary Defiance. As long as you control exactly one creature, that creature has Vigilance and Ward 2. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, seek 2 non-land cards, then discard a card. That is extremely strong. Seek 2 non-land cards, then discard a card? Whenever you attack alone? Wow. I mean, I think I'm supposed to just take the removal spell here, but I think that card is pretty good. That was... I probably should have just taken it and played it for funsies. Let's take a little bit of card selection here with the Highway Robbery. Another one of these garbage Silent Extractions. Helicourser's good. I know I have that Grizzly in my board, but I don't really want that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do need a few more playables. So many Wolverines. So I'm red-green, splashing basically every other color. Nice. Wow. 10th pick throw from the saddle is absolutely disgusting. Could splash form a posse too. I don't know if this is a great form a posse deck, but 1 white mana is not hard to get for us. Sadly, what we didn't get is any of those Outcaster guys. Greenblades. Outcaster Greenblades. Those would have been incredible in our deck. Okay, I mean, we're going a little bit trolly here. I could be playing just a straight-up very good red-green deck, but I want to play the Thieving Aven. Buried in the Garden's not hard to play with all of my deserts. I have a bunch of random black fixing as well for Desert's Dew, so we might as well splash it. I guess we can just cut one of the Wolverines. I mean, I probably just want to splash the Fierce Retribution too, because we have so much white fixing as well. Maybe it's better than Tornado here. I guess is this really a form of posse deck? Is it? I'm sure it's fine. All right. Let's get all of the deserts, I think. I mean, the black-white one's not great, but should be manageable. So let's see here. Let's figure out this mana base. 4, 5, 6, 7 green sources. We probably want to go up to 8. 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably want to go up to 8 or 7. Don't think I need a plains. 1, 2, 3. That's 4 white sources and land already. Do I need a blue? I do only have 1 blue source. Definitely don't need a swamp. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I could probably shave 1 green source. Obviously, again, we could make this deck better by cutting all the splashes, but we're just having fun here. This is what alchemy is all about. Let's make some magic happen. It's too bad we don't have too many desert payoffs. As much as I don't want to, the Armadillo might go grab a black source. We'd probably want to grab, what, the Conduit Pylons, just for all of our fixing, plus scry value. Servant of the Stinger. Ooh, there's a Bristly Bill. Okay, I'll go ahead and run it out turn 2. The way I see it, it's not too much different turn 2 versus turn 3 when we're playing against green-black. I'm going to let them go ahead and sack here. If they want to tutor a removal spell for Bristly Bill, that's fine. They just grab like a Desert's Dew, good beats, right? I'm going to assume that's exactly what they did. Yep, no big deal. I don't mind that. Now we are not going to go search up a black source with Armadillo because we have Berry. That's what I was looking for myself. Damn Outcaster Green Blades. Do they have another desert? Yep. Oh, they have multiple. Oh, wait, no, that's not a desert. Well, I'm going to go for it, though. They can play their desert out, and then I can flash out my 6/5 and try to block. Nice. It's a huge blowout. Even if they have a sorcery speed removal spell now. Wow, pass is incredible for us, obviously. We're gonna go Rattle Worm into Paladin into Armadillo. That's good. I hope they don't have like a betrayal at the vault. Giant Beeve. Alright. Well, this is going to be game over if they don't have anything here. Bury their worm. Do their beaver. Literally lethal! Right, because the Abraded Bluffs. Well, that was a good sequence of events for us, and yeah, feels good. Gotta love it. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. Gotta love when your deck box has every single color on it because you're playing all 5. How are we looking? Yeah, another pretty nice opening hand here. Probably just gonna play the Homestead on turn 2 and try to start getting land drops from the top of our deck. Hello. Plains, Outlaw Medic. So let's go Entertainer here. Prove it up. Bristly Bill. Shucks, right? Just gotta draw a stupid, sexy Bristly. Bristly Bill with Homestead can also go off kind of insane. Let's see here. So we can go Bristly. Crew. Land. If we hit a land off this Homestead, it's kind of game over. Damn, didn't, so they can double block. Oh, they didn't. They opted to just jump. Okay, that's very good for us too. So I can either make a 4/4 with the Rising, or I can put a counter on my Bristly, and I think just making a 4/4 actually makes a lot of sense. Ooh, Journey to Nowhere. Alright, Bill's gone. Still crushing here, though. So attack with both. Come on, Homestead. Yeah, there we go. Fast priority. If they go for indestructible, we blow them out with derailment. All as planned. We do have ways to get rid of the Journey to Nowhere. Pass with 5 mana. Oh, speaking of, there it is. Right, I'm gonna go Possum here. Crew with Possum. Go to combat. What you got? Getaway. Let's see. Cannot make the creature have greater power. Right. Still get to attack for 6, though. And then blot out our Wolverine. I think it would also be totally fine there to just hard cast the Wolverine and accept the fact that I wouldn't get a card off of it. Oh, that ain't gonna cut it. Oh, I can't even cast any of these white spells. What am I talking about? Oh, we might as well put him to 1 and bounce our Wolverine. So they can block the 4/4, go to 1. I have a ton of deserts in this deck that can also just win, of course. Oh, God. Or dead white cards. Whoopsies. Alright, they live. Obviously, they're on the uber back foot, though. That will work. Oh, they have secrets. Trash the town, put 2 counters on it. Ah, okay. In that case, let's saddle up. Spider's a good hit, obviously. So they either trade for their security or they double block. So I think they just have to trade with security because that Vengeful Townsfolk is going to turn into a 6/6. Oh, okay. Chumping's a little bit surprising since now they need to draw a way to get around 2 additional creatures from what they have. I think they were supposed to trade with security there. in any case, worked out. Very few alchemy things going on, but I mean, I actually kind of like that. That the alchemy cards aren't always pick one, pack ones. That they're more just value cards in an already very powerful set. Let's keep the dream alive. How is this hand? Oh, it's pretty good actually. 2 deserts for the Desert's Due, the pylons for fixing of any color, though it would have to be a turn after, of course, for the filtering, but card draw removal. Ooh, and now an Impetuous Lootmonger for turn 2. Well, if I want to discard one of these cards, I guess, which I suppose now I can just discard the excess forest here. That's fine. I will take your Cactorantula, thank you. Plotted a Rise of the Varmints, nice. I'm actually not going to Pylon now. Oh, I guess it's better to plot the 3 mana spell. Sorry, I'm not going to play the Pylon now, because we don't actually mind drawing anything. They've got the Rattleworm, huh? I need that, but it's really awkward this turn. No, I guess it's not, because drawing that'll let me, drawing that will let me Deserts do the worm next turn. So I'm just going to discard Form a Posse here. Oh, okay. Even get to play a Homestead too. It's not bad. Was that a second Rise of the Varmints plotted? Crazy. Ooh, man, now I kind of want to play Courser. And Race? That's probably bad. So let's upkeep Desert's Due. That prevents them from activating the worm at the end of my turn. Only 1 card in their hand. On land. Ooh, no value. And if they don't have a way to kill the spider, I am going to get a 6/6. Pretty freaking good here. They have to have something here, because I have 15 points of damage on the board now. Sure. It's going to give them some surveil value. No creatures to put in the yard, though, with the Rise of the Varmints. That's too bad for them. Yeah, I guess they don't want to use that ability since the Rise of the Varmints would then not even produce a single creature. Pretty awkward Varmints there. Alright, nice. Another win for us. We keep on pushing. Let's go to game 4. This hand's alright. We are praying that the Thieving Aven sticks on the battlefield and gets to connect a few times. That would be really cool to see that card in action. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, they don't even have a desert on the battlefield yet, though, so I guess there's some saving grace on that. Grab a Festering Gulch. Alright, let's go with Aven. Let's hope they do not have a way to kill it. Desert's Dew doesn't currently kill it. I'm not gonna block here. Pearl Collector. 3/3 Death Touch lifelink at the beginning of your post-combat main phase. If you gain 4 or more life this turn, you make a Mox Pearl, and then they can give another creature lifelink perpetually. That is awesome. So there's one of each of the collectors. I don't know what all of them do. Oh, they have a second Outcaster in their deck? Yikes. What does this do? Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, you put a 1/1 counter on this. I'm guessing I should probably just blow this thing up. Go Aven. Oh. Gotten rid of it. Let's see here. I guess this turn I'd rather just play out the Paladin and say go. And then next turn what I can do is Green Blade, grab another Desert, and then Tumbleweed Rising for a 5 power. Sure, I'll block here. I don't mind if they use a trick. That's fine. Not ideal, but fine. Oof. My Dillo. Yep. It's too bad. But that's okay. We stole their Green Blade. We'll cast their Green Blade. We just want to grab the Surveil land here. It's probably good enough. Oh, I guess it's only a 4/5. Still worth it. Sorry, 4/4 rather. If I play the Peddler, I cannot also Grazer unless I loot it into another land. I'm gonna saddle up and make it so that their Green Blade perpetually cannot block. And remember, the damage sticks around on it too. Overwhelming Forces! Yep, that is a crazy bomb. Alright. Their Green Blade did not attack for some reason. Oh, we are very far behind now. Geralf too. Alright, well, I guess that'll be that then. Yeah, Overwhelming Forces is a hell of a card. I mean, I think it's actually better to kill the Sentinel at this point. I can't beat anything anyways, but the Sentinel's just gonna bury me. I need to rip off the top. Like, I take 7 here. Now we're very dead. Good beats, good beats. We were winning, and then overwhelming forces happened, and we did not win at all. GG's. Alright, 3-1. How are we looking here? Yeah, no red source, but I'm gonna keep this hand. Because we have that turn 3 Aven life. And I'm sure we'll draw some red anyways. We want to lead on green, white here. Turn 2, plot a robbery. Black, white. Well, it'll be funny if I never find a red source, but... Oh, touche. Okay. So, ooh, man. But I cannot let them hit me, really, so... I think I need to reverse Aven and hope they don't have a removal spell. And if they do, we kind of just lose. Yeah, I'm obviously going to block. I need to find a red source quick. Are they sacking their mountain instead of discarding a card? Whoa. That is so greedy. Okay, there's another heist card. Yeah, I need to find a mountain quick. Well, that's good, but can't cast it this turn. I guess I am gonna go ahead and let them get a card from me. I'm actually gonna take the 1-drop here because I can cast it immediately and get the value. The fact that they sacrificed a land so early is crazy. Right, that's good. Now they get to heist me again. Oh, they have Fierce Retribution? Jeez. I'm getting super punished there. Okay. They stole my Rattle Worm, too. Brutal. This is fine, though. So let the damage happen. And I do want to kill one of their treasures. Plus, the Rattle Worm dying goes to my graveyard instead. So I can get value from that later. More heist. Well, I feel like I'm losing, but that I also shouldn't be losing. Contractor Sack Miner's pretty good. Alright, 2, 4, 6 mana. Let's go with Wolverine here. Hope to hit a land. Nice. And we can saddle kill their Monger before it gets any more treasure value, and then we can Rattle Worm end of turn for another desert. Oh my god, they got to make me discard my Wolverine with that. Brutal. get Surveil land. I imagine they took another removal spell. The heist. Alright, I'm at 6. I still have 5 cards in their hand. Ooh, they're just playing out the 3/3. Alright, let's lead on the Wolverine and see what we find. I definitely want to attack here, I think. Okay, that's good. Stole my Desert's Due, sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I can make 7 1/1s or I can play Armadillo. The Armadillo is actually incredible versus them as well, but... I mean, that's kind of gross, right? Sure. That's why I played them all. Clear board, clear heart. Another one! Ah. Can they stop stealing my stuff? This card's... What is going on? He stole my loot monger to... Are you serious? I feel like I'm getting a little bit unfortunate here. Oh my god, Grenzo is so stupid. Beginning of your upkeep and when it ETBs, you get to heist the opponent, and then once each turn you can pay 0 rather than the mana cost for a spell you cast but don't own. Holy crap. That's so cool. They did the thing for sure. Wow. Absolutely bonkers. So I just eat one and go to 4. And remember, they can cast it on my turn as well, if it's an instant. Well, that'll be that then. Damn, their draw was sick. Take my Rising, make a 6/6. Dead to trample, so I have to block like this. Eh, nothing to do. They drew well. They opened some cool cards. I bet you I could have played that differently, but man, I don't know what I was supposed to do. They drafted a really cool steel deck in this format. Alright, we're 3-2. We can still win some more. Alright, we took a beating in the previous game by a cool little heist deck. Let's see if we can win a couple more. Would love to find a red source here. But I think I'll keep this hand. We have an easy discard of a forest for the Impetuous, once we do find a red source. Turn 2 Hustler, huh? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just plot our Tumbleweed Rising for now. I don't think we need to hold up Fierce Retribution for the Hustler yet. Is also not a red source. Okay, I'm gonna hold this forest still, because if we draw a mountain next turn, I would like to discard the forest. Looks like our opponent's a little bit screwed as well. Hey, there's the mountain. Excellent. And I'm gonna go ahead and just make a 3/3. Now that we know our opponent's so far behind, just putting the pressure like this should just kill them. Yeah, they have to discard. Alright, well, we're gonna get a non-game here. Certainly not as good as non-bread. I guess I discard the Fierce Retribution at this point. Alright, what do we have? Ooh, we hit 2 cards of theirs that are from Alchemy. Return up to 2 creatures from your graveyard to your hand, then seek 2 non-creature cards. That card is an absurd piece of value, but I think I just take the Aven since we're not going to be with creatures in the graveyard anytime soon, presumably. I mean, lame game, but we'll take it. Means we get some more opportunity to do some cool stuff with our 5-color brew here. Alrighty, on to the next. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's actually pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and surveil turn 1, try to find some lands. Perfect. So we'll play the tap land here turn 2, and then probably just plot the Wolverine turn 3. Ooh, or we could just Armadillo. Yeah, let's Armadillo main phase, grab another green source. Then we can Worm next turn. Our Desert Stew is already -5, -5. Quickly pair. Right, just pass, try to ambush. Go for it. Shatter Paws. I will block. Great. Hey, we still got a ton of value out of that, so that works out for me. Now let's go Island. Plot our Wolverine. Pass. Setting up for activation of Rattleworm. Because next turn, we should be able to cast everything that we hit off of the Wolverine. Another Prickly Pear. We need here more reds. Let's grab red, black, probably. Or red, white. Nope, red, black works. Hey, there's a good draw. Okay, so let's go lead off with the Wolverine and see what we hit. Land is not bad. I guess we want to Grazer. Don't need to waste any removal. Let's just attack for 4 and ping one of their 1/1s down. Grazer's so good. It is also a mount, so if I throw from the saddle with it, it'll get a 1/1 counter. Bedevil! Alright, rude. Yeah, I don't mind racing here. I have 2 removal spells in my hand, so I don't really want to trade off Wolverine right now. Daddy Rut. That's annoying. Bring back another prickly pear. It's a good draw. So we can just go Punch Honest, attack for 4. Then I will need to play the land to play the Cactarantula to filter into the Conduit. Still attacking. Alright, I'm not gonna block. Oh, sure, I see. So they do the over damage so that I have to discard the greatest mana value card in my hand. Makes sense. Hey, that's a good draw. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yes, it is, because if I don't have a card in my hand, I don't have to discard, so I'm gonna attack, hope they triple block. If they don't triple block, it might still be right to just fire this off. So that we get the free value of the Lootmonger. Alright, well, not the best hits, but we'll take it. I guess that kind of blinks any removal spell. Gives us a couple of fresh cards in return. Ooh, what a draw. Alright, we just swing out with both. The Impetuous has first strike, so they would have to double block it. I'm happy with this trade. Now we get to make 6 1/1s. Yeah, I guess I do that and don't hold up Corrupted Conviction at all. Because even if they kill the 2/2 now, all the rest are lethal. Yeah, that ain't good enough. Alright, nice stuff. Yeah, this is enjoyable. Just 5-color soup every time. And that puts us at 5 wins. Good. On to the next. Alright. Need to find some lands here. If I could find 2 lands off the top, that would be incredible. Ankle Biter, turn 1. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna hope we hit a land. Ideally untapped next turn. That is not a land, though. And it does not have haste either, so... Good beats. That might be the game for us. The hell is this thing? Albiorix Goose Tyrant. Draw 2, then discard 2 cards, create a food. 3/3 Flying Trample, Ward 1. Whenever you sack a token, it perpetually gets +1/+1. This ability also triggers if it's in exile. Oh, that card is sweet. Albiorix Goose Tyrant. There's a lot of mana dorks. Jealous. Alright, well, that's not a land, but that finds a land, hopefully. There we go. That also did not find a land. My lordy. Well, a little bit of mana screw is unfortunate, but it is what it is, I suppose. Badlands Revival, get back their Cactarantula. Love it. I will say my opponent's also stuck on land, just they had 2 mana dorks. Dance of the Tumbleweeds. Oh, and they get to grab a desert here and untap both their bandits. It's pretty sick. Brutal. There's the flyer. All right. No blocks. I'm at 13. Oh, man. No land again, huh? All right, finally. Okay, trade's good. I can actually kill the spider now as well. So that's what I probably should do here before they get to untap, even though I get the, or let them draw an extra card. Back for more. Wow. Yeah, brutal game for us. Some mana issues, but that's good beats. Oh, triple bandit. It's kind of insane. I mean, they don't actually have much more pressure after this. Maybe we're not in a terrible spot. I don't want to cast the Lootmonger, I think, and discard one of my better cards. If we draw another untapped land, we can go Spider into 6/6. Pass? Huh. Well, I don't know what's gonna ruin me here, but something's gonna hurt. Yeah, we'll just run out the spider and see what happens. At the very least, if they target this, I get to draw a card. Oh, Annie Flash, sure. They get back their goose? Jeez. I see, and they wanted to sack the food in addition. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, maybe we cross our fingers, because if they can't get a deal with their Cactarantula, it actually blocks very well here. Shoot the sheriff and whatever this thing is. 5 mana, 5/5 tramp. The beginning of your end step, non-lands in your hand perpetually gain. This spell costs 1 less. Oh my god. Alright. Well, basically the nuts. Their deck was cool too. Their deck was another 5-color monstrosity, except they had a ton of bombs. Sucks that we stumbled on mana, but good beats. Good beats. We got to 5 wins. Not too shabby. I mean, at its core, we were just red-green, of course, but opted to splash for some fun things, and we did get to do a couple of fun things. So that's a look at this here Alchemy format, the alchemized Outlaws of Thunder Junction. As always, friends, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.